Oh, bloody hell, that's starting to look a little bit yellow now, isn't it? Hey, I went from looking like I got battered to turn to a Simpson. Hey, we love character development. But yes, hello, welcome back to another video by that guy who got battered a few days ago. Hope you're well. Since I recorded my last video, I've been on Drama Alert, which I've got to say was a very interesting experience. I mean, I literally made the video talking about the fact that I got punched in the face and made a joke saying, imagine if it ends up on Drama Alert. Long behold, it actually was. And to be honest, he wasn't exactly nice to me, was he?
But speaking about combat sports, this one YouTuber lost in a bar.
Sorry, Keemstar. What do you mean lost? I had no choice. I didn't call a YouTuber out for a boxing match in Miami or anything like that, mate, okay? I just got punched in a bar. I still don't understand why this is on here.
MARKIE tweeted out, at least it makes for a good YouTube title, I suppose.
That's facts, by the way. It did. It was the first thing that crossed my mind. I got punched and I went, whoa, wait. YouTube.
Knowing that he has a black eye. Unfortunate. And speaking about...
Is that all I get, is it? Unfortunate. Speaking of... Thanks, Keemstar. I'm so glad you're very sympathetic about my injury, okay? I feel better just listening to you, honestly. You've helped a lot here. Nah, in all seriousness, I find it fucking hilarious that this is on here. In fact, I was actually, like, under the consumption? I can't even speak English anymore. Maybe I have got brain damage. I was under the influence of alcohol when this got released, okay? And I woke up this morning and I was like, was I just really drunk? Or was I actually on Drama Alert? I need to know. But yeah, that's literally not what we're talking about today at all. But if you are new here, please do subscribe and leave a like. It'll make me feel better about the fact that I got battered out of my brains. But yeah, one thing I actually did want to talk about today, it's kind of like a follow-up from one of the videos I actually uploaded the other day. Now, I uploaded this video called David Dobrik just returned to YouTube and people aren't happy, where David Dobrik announced, well, he didn't announce, Corinna out of his team announced that he was coming back to doing podcasts. And we spoke about people who have been cancelled in the past, i.e. James Charles, Shane Dawson. We also spoke about like Logan Paul back in like 2018, some other people as well, okay? If you haven't seen the video, it's on my channel. And the whole video was basically a discussion, going back and forth, being like, should these people be allowed back on YouTube? What is the type of thing they get cancelled for that kind of results in them not being able to come back to YouTube? And then I brought the question over to you guys, so you guys can have a discussion in the comments. And what I actually want to do throughout this video is actually go through the comments in that video, because you guys left a lot of different opinions, and I'm going to go through some of them, and I'm going to say which ones I agree with, and which ones I disagree with, and it's going to be a bit of a healthy discussion, okay? There's no right answer here. Unless you say something mental like James Charles didn't do anything bad by sexting a minor, then yes, that is probably the wrong answer. But the reason I actually wanted to do this is because after we upload that video, James Charles himself actually kind of returned to being on social media, where he posts this picture on his birthday with, I've got to say, a very beautiful dog. It's annoying because he has done a lot of dodgy things, but I love dogs, okay? And also on top of that, there was this like gossip page on Instagram, which is talking about David Dobrik, where there's a message here saying, David Dobrik's back. He's surprising what's left of his crew with a trip to Hawaii tomorrow. Don't expect any of the footage to surface until beginning of next year. So David Dobrik's already planning his return for like 7 months time, which is slightly interesting, I've got to be said. But it seems like multiple people are coming back, okay? So we're probably going to see maybe like Shane Dawson return. We've seen him have little snippets on social media recently. So it's almost as if like all these people who've been cancelled are going to return at once. They're going to be like a cult. Maybe they're going to be like the new Sidemen, just like a criminal charges edition. That'd be an interesting group, wouldn't it? You've got Shane Dawson, the one who's made very inappropriate jokes about minors. You've got James Charles, the one who's actually sexted said minors. And you've got David Dobrik, the one who nearly killed his friend. It's a great group. But yeah, like I said, I do actually want to make this video a bit like a comments video. I haven't really done one of these, I don't think. I always leave you guys with a question at the end of my videos, because I like seeing your comments. I read through them all, and I like having a bit of a discussion with you guys. But I never make like a follow video, so I feel like this could be quite interesting. So we're going to go from top comments, and we're just going to work our way down. So let's see which ones we agree with. Jenna was the best at actually bettering herself for her fans and others. I truly hope she is happy and doing well. Also, her and Julian are the cutest. I'm so happy for their engagement. Yes, I actually did see that, by the way. They got engaged. She seems to be having a bit of a happy life, okay? And I feel like she is one person who has took accountability very, very well. I mean, she wasn't really even getting called out. She did it on her own accord. And I think there's always been that big question when people kind of go away and they come back, like, have they actually changed? Are they trying to bet themselves, or have they just taken time away with their millions in the bank and just came back when money might be looking a little bit lower? But Jenna seems like someone who actually did want to bet herself. So for that, I would just fully agree with that. There's not really much to be said there. I might be biased because I never watched him, but Dom sounds like he was always creepy, and David stayed his friend, put him in videos, made money from his creepiness, and filmed an assault, basically. His actions put those girls in a situation. I don't plan on forgetting that. Now, here's the weird thing with Dom, okay? As someone who actually did used to watch David Dobrik's vlogs fairly regularly, the whole Dom thing of him being like a creep was almost like a character. Like, that's what it was portrayed as, right? Obviously, in hindsight, wasn't a character. In fact, it was very, very real. But that's kind of what F1 thought. They thought that all these people were kind of characters. I mean, Jeff was kind of like the gangster ex-prisoner, which obviously people knew was true. But when he makes these jokes saying like, oh, I don't want to go back to prison, or it's like, oh, I'm going to hunt this guy down because I'm angry at him and stuff like this, you would just assume it's a character. But one person who had to know if it was a character or not has to be David Dobrik. It has to be said. And yeah, I feel like if there are people out there, and I'm assuming there will be a lot of people, you're in every right not to forget about that or forgive him or even watch him ever again. I fully agree with that. It's been nice seeing you and Charlie. You each bring your perspectives, the conversation flows well, your speaking voice are relaxed and open, not inflammatory or caricature. I always struggle with this word so much. Did you see me look at it and go, oh, fuck. Caricature. Why do I always struggle with that word? You know what I'm trying to say. Thinking of key, mic, etc. It's a nice balance, congrats. So yeah, that's basically what them videos are supposed to be. I don't want them to be too over the top, hence why there's not too much crazy editing in them type of videos. I wanted it to be a discussion, almost like a podcast, but obviously way smaller clips overall. And I feel like that is, I felt like it was a nice blend. And if you guys do like them videos, like I said, they're not going to be the ones that get uploaded daily. I'm going to be uploading daily, but we're going to do a few of them a week. So if you're interested in them, please let me know, because I always much prefer having a conversation rather than like just speak about myself about certain topics sometimes, you know? Okay, we have kind of a long one here, okay? Let's see what this is saying here. This is from Michael S. The problem of waiting for law enforcement to get involved isn't going to amount to anything. Influencers like Dobrik and Dawson are being publicly accused of shitty behavior more than any actual crimes. At worst, they could be involved in a lawsuit, but with millions of dollars at their disposal, it wouldn't hurt them. Having the public cancel someone is usually the best way for them to be dealt with. That being said, I do believe F1 should have the chance to redeem themselves depending on the situation. A person should be allowed to learn from it and try to show people they aren't only the mistakes that they made. Celebrities and influencers are held to a much larger standard, though so they should take their actions just as seriously. Now, I feel like that's quite a balanced comment, okay? So there's a few things we can talk about here. In terms of law enforcement, when we speak about law enforcement, we're talking about the more serious things. So like the Dom situation, that 100% should be dealt with by law. When it comes to people getting cancelled for certain things I've said online, obviously that's not really going to be dealt with by law. I 100% understand what you're trying to say there. But with stuff like Dom specifically, if that isn't dealt by with law, it's fucking disgusting realistically, right? So that's what I kind of meant with that, okay? Like with certain topics, I feel like it is a lot better for police get involved rather than like YouTubers who realistically don't know what they're saying, okay? I'm a YouTuber myself, okay? We're dumb, okay? It's a fact. We're dumb. I mean, I literally just said the word okay like 4 times in that sentence, I swear. So that's literally just proof of my vocabulary right there. But yes, when he's saying, I do believe everyone should have the chance to redeem themselves, I agree to an extent. If it is someone like Dom, I know I keep saying Dom over and over again, and if he's found guilty, which, I mean, it's seeming pretty likely. I'm not allowed to say anything, okay? By law, funny enough. So allegedly, right? Say if he is found guilty, yeah, we ain't forgiving that boy anytime soon. And by anytime soon, I mean never. Really not that soon, is it? But with people who've made mistakes in the past, if it's like kind of like a one-off thing, or they've just done a bunch of shit that where their egos got too big and they're becoming this person that people hate. Yes, I obviously agree that these people should be allowed to redeem themselves. I think someone who's done that is Logan Paul. He seems like a completely different person from 2018 or whenever that whole thing happened, right? So yeah, some partial things probably disagree with, some partial things I'd agree with there, I reckon. Yeah, sounds good. Someone just said, here, good lord, I need a drink. I've never agreed with a comment more in my life. Right, more like that, okay? I can get behind that. James need to be held accountable for his actions and sent to prison. He's a danger to society. Oh, there's the famous little quote at the end there. Honestly, Jeffree Star must have been celebrating when he saw this stuff going about James Charles. I can't even imagine the amount of parties he held. Okay, deep in COVID, he thought, fuck it, we're having hundreds round the gaff. But yeah, here's the thing with the James Charles stuff, okay? I know you say like, oh, learn from your mistakes and stuff. The boy did learn fuck all, okay? He's done it multiple times. I would think it's like 2 confirmed, I believe. I could be wrong with that. It could be more. It's at least 2 confirmed that he actually admitted to, and it's potentially more. When are you going to learn then? When is the learning going to take place? Cancelled, as you stated, is a vague term that really has little meaning. Sure, if a huge YouTuber does something terrible, they'll lose followers, but how many? I've noticed that people tend to forgive the majority of the time despite their actions. I've seen it so many times IRL, so why wouldn't it happen with somebody who people view as an entertainer? Most of the time, this is the way it is. Look at Werner von Bron, I don't know who this is, I'm very sorry behind this, hero of the Apollo rocket program and moon landings, and formerly a committed Nazi when in Germany. Time changes perceptions and cancelling. Okay, I have no idea who he is. I know you give me a little backstory in there, but I can't comment on him because I simply don't know who he is. Maybe my history lessons didn't really amount to anything quite clearly. But yes, this whole cancel thing, this is another question I'm trying to bring my video, and I'd love to hear your ideas behind this, because it's such a vague term. What is being cancelled? Okay? Because I feel like some people think cancelled is just taking accountability and people calling you out when you do something wrong, and some people view cancelled as like a mob mentality, everybody going at this person, not giving them a chance to kind of speak their mind over something that might not be that big of a deal. Because we've seen many people on YouTube get cancelled over things that simply they didn't do or just weren't that big of a deal. And that's not talking about any of the people we've mentioned so far, but I mean, we see this daily, right? How many people get cancelled on YouTube? It is literally a daily occurrence. So like cancelled, to me, I would think cancelled would be when someone does something kind of like criminal, right? Something very, very serious on the Shane Dawson, James Charles and Dom levels, okay? But even then, I feel like cancelled doesn't really sum that up. So what does cancelled mean? What does it mean? Does it mean just a time when people give you a few hate tweets? Or is it like we're talking seriously? I've never understood this word. Because when people say they hate cancel culture, they're obviously talking about the times when people get called out for stuff that isn't either that deep or something they just simply didn't do. But then they also use that word when someone does something serious. It makes no sense, okay? I actually hate the fucking word. I don't even know why I use it, okay? It just makes a good title sometimes. But Jesus Christ, yeah, I don't understand that word for the life of me. You are so right. People who commit a crime should be given a chance to show growth. I will back this to the grave, okay? If it is one of these cases where, yes, people do shit, okay? Like, sometimes, like, quite horrible shit. We're not talking the criminal stuff that we've been talking about in this video. We're not talking about the DOMs and all that stuff, okay? But people have been called out for messing up, okay? And doing some dodgy stuff where that might be like they've said something horrible about a person, which obviously you should be called out for regardless. Or say they've shared their opinion on something that they're not that educated in and they get it wrong and they say something that is quite insensitive. These people should be called out, but also give them a chance to grow 100%, okay? Because everybody in the world makes mistakes. If you say you haven't made a mistake before, you're simply lying. But where what I've just said becomes irrelevant is when you are talking about someone like Dom, okay? That's not a mistake. That's a crime. Allegedly, by the way. Allegedly, Dom, if you are watching, allegedly, okay? I said it. I said the famous word. Both David and Shane deserve to be cancelled, and I don't think they are redeemable for me. You know what? I'm going to throw this straight back at you guys, okay? Do we think... Because they're obviously both very different situations, right? So I guess you might have a different answer for both. Are you going to be watching either of these two when they come back? Let me know in the comments, okay? That's the question of the video. Cancel culture isn't effective, so I don't know why people keep complaining about it. If it was, Jeffree Star wouldn't have been gone years ago. I see what you're saying. Gonna have to disagree slightly, okay? Yes, when we're talking about people like Jeffree Star, who has X amount of millions of subscribers, millions of followers, millions of dollars, these people who are really, really big, they can't really get cancelled, okay? They're already at a point where they're too big, they can't get cancelled. But when you see, like, these mid-range, like, YouTubers, probably, like, my size, realistically, right? If these people who have a decent following, nothing too crazy, not Jeffree Star level, if they get cancelled, they definitely can. Okay, I would fully believe that. Yes, you can carry on, but it can definitely get to a point where if you've been cancelled for something, even if it's something that might not be that deep, but that's like the mob mentality going against you at that point, your views can go so low that you can't carry on doing this as a job anymore, which some people might think is fair enough. But when you're speaking about these people like Jeffree Star, if Jeffree Star gets cancelled, he goes from 5 million views a video to 2 million views a video. It's not that big of a difference, realistically. So I would have to slightly disagree, okay? But I do agree in the terms of, yes, if cancel culture was more effective and it worked on everyone, Jeffree Star would have been gone a long, long time ago. There has to be room for growth and education, except for breaking the law. I think, you know what? You've narrowed it down pretty fucking good there. I mean, depends on the law, okay? If someone steals like a Freddo or something from the shop, then we're gonna let him off, okay? He's just a bit hungry. But yes, the more serious crimes, 100%. I think you've hit the nail on the head, to be honest. But yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna leave it there. Let me know your thoughts on everything we kind of spoke about in this video. If you want to see more videos like this, where I kind of leave a question to you guys in a previous video, and you want to see me kind of comment on it and like respond to what you guys are saying, have a discussion with you guys specifically, let me know. I want to make this channel way more interactive and get you guys to get involved as much as possible. So maybe we could do this maybe like once a week or something if I'm uploading daily. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. And yeah, if you did enjoy, please do leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new too. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see what colour my eye is tomorrow. What's the guesses? We've had purple, red, and yellow so far. Is it going to be green tomorrow? Who bloody knows, okay? Right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Goodbye.